Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. And for this particular video, ladies and gentlemen, let me know the name of the town you are currently watching the video from. William Samoei Arap Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, was in Bungoma County today. In this video, I want us to do a critical analysis about William Ruto's visit to Bungoma. And let me begin by pointing out three things that I observed during that tour by the president to Bungoma, because those three things are important in understanding the objective of William Ruto's visit to Bungoma. The first thing I observed was the absence of Musalia Mudavadi. Where was Musalia Mudavadi during this particular visit? I know Musalia Mudavadi could be out of the country, but Musalia Mudavadi is supposed to be the face of Lyer Politics. Why do you think for the first time William Ruto decided to go to Bungoma minus Musalia Mudavadi? That's the first thing I observed, the absence of Musalia Mudavadi. The second thing that caught my attention was William Ruto's statement about jobs. It clearly shows that William Ruto did not have a plan of offering Kenyans job opportunities. And the issue of unemployment is an issue that William Ruto is trying to sweep under the carpet. And Kenyans are really mocking William Ruto over that statement. Listening to the president earlier today.
Huyu Chikati akijenga hiyo ICT hub, mimi nitahakikisha iko computer. Na nitahakikisha iko internet. Na nimepanga ajira ya hawa vijana kufanya hiyo kazi. Nyinyi vijana wa hapa kazi yenu ni mbili. Kuwapia huko kufundishwa na kufinya kompyuta na uweke pesa ya dola kwa mfuko yako. Wewe utashindwa kufinya kompyuta ndio upate pesa? Na wewe sasa ukishindwa kufinya kompyuta nitakusaidia namna gani? Sijui kama tunaelewana watu wanaitiri. So number 2, na nimekubaliana na wewe mheshimiwa, 4 months peke yake mimi nakupatia hiyo ICT hub 6 ya hapa Tongaren iwe tayari. Ndio nipange hawa vijana wafanye kibarua, waweke dola kwa mfuko, tuweze kusukuma nchi ya Kenya mbele, kwa sababu tusipopanga vijana hawa na ajira, kila nyumba, kila soko, kila shule, kupiga simu hautahitaji tena bundles. Unajua watu wengi wanahangaika na bundles, sijui bundles, bundles. Kwa sababu sasa tuna deploy internet. Simu utakuwa unapiga free of charge. Simu haitakuwa inakatika kwa sababu sasa tutakuwa tumedeploy internet.
And the third thing that attracted my attention was the speech by the Momula member of parliament, Jack Wamboka. Jack Wamboka is an Azimio member of parliament. He was present at this event and he courageously told off William Ruto and the crowd cheered him. Why do you think the crowd cheered Jack Wamboka? What message was the crowd trying to send to William Ruto? Listening to Jack Wamboka.
Mbaya ni rafiki yangu. Najua rais watu wanafikiri sisi sio rafiki. Tumetembea na rais muda mrefu sana. Na ujumbe wako wote kiongozwa na Papa wa Roma, kijana wetu wa hapa, na gavana wetu. Karibu Bungoma. Na nashukuru umekuja tutatue maneno ya Bungoma. Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa sababu wewe ni rafiki yangu, lazima nikuambie yale hawa wakazi wa Bungoma wanafikiria kwa mambo ya Zoe. Tukiwa hapa siku ya leo, tutakumbuka kwamba leo hii hatuna panpepe. Kwa sababu mambo ilianza kimchezo, panpepe ikaenda. Tukiwa hapa rais, hatuna viwanda vyovyote, macho moja imebaki ni Nzoia Sugar Company. Itakumbuka kwamba Mheshimiwa Rais, ulipata kura mingi sana hapa Bungoma. Na ni kwa sababu wewe ulikuja ukatoa mkataba, ukasema mimi nikikuwa rais wa Kenya nitafanya mambo matatu. Jambo la kwanza, nitalete factory kwa siku 100. Jambo la pili, nitalipa pesa ya wakulima wote. Jambo la tatu, nitalipa pesa ya wafanyikazi. Mheshimiwa, tukiwa tunakuomba wewe uyatekeleze hayo mambo ya tatu ulioambia watu wa Bungoma. Hii Nzoia ni kizungumkuti, Mheshimiwa Rais, kwa mambo ya wakazi wa hapa. Mtu asikudanganye. Hawa marafiki zetu wakuambia ukweli, wananchi hawataki kiwanda cha Nzoia kiuzwe. Kwa heshima zote Mheshimiwa, utusikie sisi vilio, usikie vilio vya watu wako, vilio vya wanyonge. Listen, privatization, selling, watu wanasema tawe. Asanteni sana na Mungu ambariki.
But what was the objective of this particular visit? That's exactly what I want us to look in this video. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. What was the objective of William Ruto's visit to Bungoma? Because William Ruto was out of the country, he came straight to Bungoma. What was the objective of his visit to Bungoma? Number one, the main objective of William Ruto's visit to Bungoma today was to try and counter Raila Odinga's moves in Bungoma. And of course, earlier last month, Raila Odinga embarked on a 9-day tour of Azimio strongholds. He started with Busia, he went to Vihiga. Raila Odinga then went to Bungoma. William Ruto followed Raila Odinga to Busia. Vihiga is still out. Then he has now followed Raila Odinga to Bungoma. The truth is, William Ruto is trying to counter Raila Odinga's moves, especially in Bungoma, because Bungoma is what delivered, in quotes, the presidency to William Ruto. And the people of Bungoma, just like the rest of the country, are currently rebelling against William Ruto. When Raila Odinga was in Bungoma, there were attempts by Moses Masika Wetangula and the group to disrupt his event. Did not succeed because the people said no to such attempt. And the most important thing during Raila Odinga's visit was the defection of Moses Masika Wetangula's brother to ODM party. That move is what shocked these guys, because politics is normally a perceptual game. Moses Masika Wetangula is the kingpin of Bungoma. That's granted. In the last election, he delivered. Of course, Raila Odinga also performed, but not very bad. But he delivered the votes to Ruto compared to Musalia Mudavadi, who failed to deliver even in his Vihiga. So Ruto understands that politics is a perceptual game. The perception which was being created was that Raila Odinga was now getting directly into Moses Wetangula's home, and by fronting Tim Wanyonyi in Nairobi, and now the brother joining ODM, it was like now their focus, the focus of the Wetangulas was now on Nairobi. So that is the first thing he wanted to do, to try and counter Raila Odinga's moves in Bungoma. Number two is the Lyer Factor in 2027 election. The truth of the matter is that 2027 presidential election is going to be determined in the Lyer nation. I'm saying that because there's a chance that William Ruto might not get massive support he got in central Kenya, partly because of the unfulfilled promises. The dynasty versus hustler narrative is dead. The fact that, generally, Kenya Kwanza strongholds are not happy with Ruto. So William Ruto understands that, and therefore his focus is now shifting from the Kikuyu nation to where? The Lyer nation. And you should expect to see William Ruto more in the Lyer nation moving forward, because he believes that with a bit of effort, he can regain votes there. That's why when he won the presidency, his first intention was to win the support of the governor for Kakamega, so as to disrupt ODM activities in or ODM grip in Kakamega. Once you take once you take Kakamega out of ODM, then siasa ya Western imeisha. But again, he also focused on Busia, where he's working with the governor. And Raila Odinga is counting that. Of course, Vihiga and Bungoma wako tu hapo. That is the second objective. Number 3, William Ruto is also doing to the Lyer nation what he has successfully done to the Mount Kenya. Let me ask you a question today. Who is Mount Kenya kingpin? Is it Ndindi Nyoro? Is it Rigathi Gachagua? Is it Moses Kuria? Who? William Ruto has ensured that in the mountain, the situation is like that. So that when Rigathi Gachagua thinks that is the kingpin, Ndindi Nyoro comes up. Until Rigathi Gachagua goes to Ruto and cries to him that, okay, then Ruto says, okay, Ndindi, calm down. So that's the fact. That's what he's doing in the Lyer nation. Why would William Ruto, who has always convinced the Lyer nation that Musalia Mudavadi is the third in command, go to the same place and explain to them that Weta is the second in command? What will happen tomorrow if the members of parliament or even leaders from the Lyer nation will start now swearing their allegiance, not from Musalia Mudavadi, but to Wetangula? What will happen? I think Ruto is just creating division. And that's the honest truth in Lyer nation. So that Mudavadi and Weta will start in fighting. Of course, at the end of the day, all of them will consolidate votes for them, but they'll be fighting so that there's no one who can be claimed to be the kingpin. Number 4 is early campaigns. William Ruto is already campaigning. I can assure you, just like I said at the beginning of the year, that 2024 is going to determine the results of 2027. William Ruto understands one thing, that his government has failed and is still failing. Not a single thing they've been able to do. So what is he doing? William Ruto is going to place A, to launch project, place B, to launch project, just in the name of launching projects which are not existing. The intention is that if he goes to a place, he's meeting people, then he talks to them. During election time, there's always what is called recall rate. People will look at the ballot boxes and then they'll say, okay, huu ni Ruto. Si Ruto alikuja hapa kwetu. Some of these projects were constructed by Uhuru Kenyatta a long time ago. I remember, was it yesterday, when Kabando exposed Ruto badly by, where Ruto had gone to Meru and he launched some TTI. Is it TTI or those vocational training institute? And then Kabando exposed that institution was launched by Uhuru Kenyatta a long time ago. And they are now in their sixth graduation. That's what took Ruto to that area. But the thing is, Ruto was able to talk to people there. And I was talking to a gentleman on this channel. I just don't want to mention his name. He comes from Kitale, but based in Eldoret. He was telling me that Ruto was in Kitale the other day and he launched some projects which had been launched, some which are working. And after he left, Bodabodas guys were asking themselves, what really brought this guy here? The thing is, William Ruto is already campaigning. And lastly, William Ruto is keen on creating what is called perceptional development, that is development oriented. You see, in the last election, William Ruto was able to hide behind church to play his politics because he wanted to use development in quotes to campaign. Uhuru said no, then handed over those roles to Matiang'i. And because the church has now rejected him, William Ruto is now hiding behind development to campaign, so that he wants to create the perception that is out working. I don't know what you think. What is your take? I don't know what you think. What's your take? What's your take? Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.